Now for removing this hardware, first one I'm going to do is this spout. So I'll take my phone with the camera, hold it underneath there, and then I can see what type of screw is holding that in there. It looks to me like it's a Allen head set screw in there. So I'll get the proper Allen head wrench, loosen that up, and then we can remove that. All right, I think I found the right size Allen head. Looks like this one's actually a standard size. There we go. Broke that sealant around there. I can turn it over and see it a lot easier that way. Some may screw on, some may have a set screw. There's several different ways to connect these, but this one just looks like a set screw. And we got that off of there. And then for this handle, I usually just get a razor blade utility knife to pop that off. Then I've got a Phillips head screw. And the handle comes off. And then we've got 2 Phillips head screws for this escutcheon plate. These are usually pretty long screws. Couple inches. Again, this one's going to be replaced, so I'm not worried about scratching it, but I've got a bead of caulk around here to break loose. And that should just slip off of there. Take that retainer off of there. Got this cover for the overflow. Take that off as well. Just a single screw, and look how rusted that is over 30 years. Pretty nasty. Okay, now I'm going to remove this grab handle since I don't really know what's behind there. If I've got screws going into a stud or something. These are just Phillips head screws. So I'm ready to start cutting this out, and I'm going to take it out in sections. Now, I couldn't get this drain apart. It might be corroded or something, so I'm going to cut a square around it with the saw and just leave that, and then I can work on that and the plumbing afterwards. But I'm going to just start cutting sections of this out. And these front 2 pieces, there's a flange underneath here. Probably sticks out an inch. I need to be real meticulous about the front edges, so I'm going to be careful with that. Maybe I'll start cutting it right here first. You got to watch out for wires behind the wall and unknown things, plumbing and that sort of thing. I'm going to use a jigsaw. I can control it a little bit better. And I just took a couple of pliers and snapped this off. With it fully in the up position, it's about an inch below. So it just doesn't penetrate any deeper than it needs to get through the tub surround. And that's what I'm going to use to start cutting pieces out. And we'll see what we got behind it. All right, into the first day of destruction, ripping out this 2-piece combination tub and shower and getting prepared to install a walk-in shower. I managed to get it out of there without beating up this corner too awful bad. That came out pretty good. This will, of course, get cut up quite a bit higher than what it is there for the new waterproof board I'll be installing next. But I had to cut it back this far to get that flange out. And it came out real nice. Didn't break any tiles or anything, so that's good news. I couldn't get this drain out, but this entire stack will be getting cut off. This is 1.5 inches for a tub, but a shower needs 2 inch. So I'll probably have to beat that down a little bit, down far enough I can cut it off and put an adapter on there, adapt to 2-inch, then an elbow, and then another elbow coming up to wherever that needs to be. Copper pipes in this house, I'll have to reconfigure a little bit, put in the new shower valve, and it'll go up a little bit higher since it's only a shower and no more tub. And it took several hours to dig that out. Anyway, that's where we're at on this build. And I'll go home and get cleaned up and rest and think about what I'm going to do next.